Have you ever felt like the day slipped through your fingers without truly meaning anything? Like you spent hours scrolling through your phone, tackling trivial tasks, or putting off the important ones, telling yourself, "I'll get to it tomorrow." Picture someone sitting at their desk, a growing to-do list in front of them, yet they're distracted by endless notifications or the latest headlines. The hours pass, and as the sun sets, they feel a familiar pang of regret. Another day wasted, another opportunity missed. But what if there was a way to break free from this cycle, a method to regain control, focus on what truly matters, and end each day feeling fulfilled? This is where Stoicism, a timeless philosophy, steps in, not as an abstract concept, but as a practical guide for living better. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest minds, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Stoicism empowers us to shift our focus inward, reclaiming our agency in the face of life's distractions and challenges. In this video, we'll explore 10 Stoic choices that you can start making today to get better, not by striving for perfection, but by committing to small, meaningful improvements. Each choice is a step toward inner peace, clarity, and strength. Are you ready to take control of your life and embrace the wisdom of the Stoics? Let's dive in. 1. Choose to focus on what you can control. One of the most profound lessons Stoicism offers is the ability to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus, the ancient Stoic philosopher, summed it up perfectly. The chief task in life is to separate things that are in our control from those that are not. This simple yet transformative concept is the cornerstone of a life lived with clarity and purpose. It allows us to redirect energy wasted on external circumstances toward actions that truly matter. Imagine the story of Alex, a dedicated athlete who dreamed of competing in the Olympics. Just months before the trials, Alex suffered a severe injury that sidelined him indefinitely. The disappointment was crushing, and the temptation to wallow in self-pity loomed large. However, Alex chose a different path, one deeply aligned with Stoic principles. Instead of focusing on the misfortune of his injury, he shifted his attention to what he could control, his recovery. Alex embraced every rehabilitation session with determination, educated himself on sports psychology, and strengthened his mindset. Though he couldn't compete in the trials that year, his focus on controllable actions paved the way for a remarkable comeback in the future. This ability to pivot from what is out of our hands to what we can influence is what makes Stoicism so practical. Life constantly throws challenges our way. Difficult people, unexpected setbacks, or even global events beyond our influence. The Stoics teach us that while we cannot change these external events, we have absolute power over our responses. Marcus Aurelius echoed this sentiment when he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." How can you apply this wisdom in your own life? Start by making 2 lists, one for things you can control and one for things you cannot. For example, you cannot control how others perceive you, the weather, or decisions made by others. But you can control your effort, attitude, and how you spend your time. By physically writing these lists, you create a visual reminder to focus only on what lies within your sphere of influence. Next, practice redirecting your energy toward actionable steps. If you're worried about a looming deadline, instead of fixating on the limited time left, focus on breaking the task into manageable chunks and tackling each one methodically. If you're anxious about someone's opinion of you, remind yourself that their thoughts are beyond your control. Instead, Concentrate on acting with integrity and consistency. This mindset doesn't just reduce stress, it liberates you. When you let go of trying to control the uncontrollable, you free up mental and emotional space to excel in areas that truly matter. You become like a skilled sailor navigating rough seas, not fighting the wind and waves, but adjusting your sails to stay on course. By focusing on what you can control, you cultivate resilience and a sense of purpose. You start to see setbacks not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to practice patience, adaptability, and determination. Like Alex, you can use even the most challenging circumstances as a training ground for growth. So, take a moment to reflect. What in your life feels overwhelming right now? Are you expending energy on things you can't influence? Try the Stoic approach. Shift your focus inward and take charge of your actions. In the words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. What will you choose to control today? Let us know in the comments below and take your first step toward a more focused, intentional life. 2. Choosing to cultivate the discipline of action. How often do we delay our dreams thinking, "I'll start tomorrow," only to find that tomorrow never arrives? Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, reminds us, "Stop wasting time. Decide to be extraordinary." These words challenge us to abandon procrastination and commit to the discipline of action, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that it is not enough to think or wish. One must act step by step to achieve greatness. Consider the story of Sarah, an aspiring novelist who struggled for years to complete her first book. Overwhelmed by the idea of perfection and plagued by self-doubt, she constantly postponed her writing. One day, she decided to embrace a simple principle: write 500 words daily, no matter how she felt or how busy her schedule was. At first, the task seemed insignificant, but as days turned into weeks, her manuscript began to take shape. After a year of consistent effort, Sarah held her finished book in her hands. Her success was not born from monumental leaps, but from small, disciplined actions repeated over time. This approach aligns perfectly with the Stoic commitment to disciplined action. The Stoics teach us that greatness is achieved not through grand gestures, but through steadfast dedication to doing the right thing, no matter how mundane or small it may seem. Epictetus reminds us that progress is not achieved by luck or accident, but by working on yourself daily. Each day presents an opportunity to move closer to our goals, provided we commit to consistent effort. To integrate this principle into your life, begin by identifying a single, actionable task that aligns with your aspirations. Perhaps you've been meaning to improve your health, but feel overwhelmed by the idea of an intense fitness regimen. Start by committing to a daily 10-minute walk. Want to learn a new skill? Dedicate 20 minutes each day to studying or practicing it. The key is to choose something manageable and stick to it, even on days when motivation wanes. As the Stoics teach, done is better than perfect. It is better to take imperfect action than to remain paralyzed by the pursuit of perfection. Another essential aspect of disciplined action is accountability. Share your commitment with someone you trust or document your progress in a journal. This simple act reinforces your resolve and serves as a tangible reminder of your dedication. Sarah, for example, tracked her daily word count in a notebook, celebrating small milestones along the way. These victories, though minor, fueled her motivation to keep going. But discipline is not just about productivity, it is about character. Every action, no matter how small, shapes who we are. When we choose to act despite resistance or discomfort, we cultivate resilience and strengthen our willpower. Over time, this discipline spills into other areas of life, creating a ripple effect that transforms how we approach challenges and opportunities. Reflect for a moment. What is one action you've been putting off? What small step can you take today to move closer to your goal? Remember, the path to extraordinary achievements begins with a single deliberate step. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What daily action will you commit to, and how will you ensure consistency? Let your journey inspire others who may also be struggling to take that first step. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the choice to act is ours alone. Each day we delay is a day wasted, a missed opportunity to grow and improve. By embracing disciplined action, we not only achieve our goals, but also become stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true potential. Will you decide to be extraordinary today? Take the first step and let the discipline of action guide you toward the life you were meant to live. 3. Choosing to let go of the fear of failure. How many dreams remain unrealized, not because they are impossible, but because we are paralyzed by the fear of failure? Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, reminds us, "If you wish to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid." This bold challenge is a call to embrace vulnerability and imperfection as essential parts of growth. To truly flourish, we must release the grip of fear and step boldly into discomfort. Consider the story of Michael, a college student who dreaded speaking up in class. Each time he wanted to ask a question or share a thought, he was consumed by a fear of judgment. What if his question sounded foolish? What if his classmates laughed? But Michael decided to confront his fear. He committed to asking one question during every lecture, regardless of how he felt. At first, his voice trembled and his palms sweated, but he persisted. Over time, the act of speaking became easier. By the end of the semester, Michael's confidence had grown, and he became one of the most engaged students in the class. What began as a small step evolved into a transformative habit. The fear of failure often stems from our attachment to others' perceptions of us. We worry about looking incompetent, making mistakes, or falling short of expectations. But as Epictetus teaches, our worth is not determined by external approval, but by our commitment to personal growth. To improve, we must accept that failure is not the enemy, it is a teacher. Each mistake offers valuable insights and pushes us closer to mastery. Letting go of the fear of failure begins with deliberate practice. Challenge yourself to do one thing that scares you every week. This could be as simple as speaking up in a meeting, trying a new skill, or sharing an idea you've been hesitant to voice. The goal isn't perfection, but progress. As you face these fears, you'll realize they lose their power, replaced by newfound confidence and resilience. To deepen this practice, keep a journal to reflect on your experiences. After each challenge, write about what you did, how you felt, and what you learned. For example, Michael began journaling after every class, noting both his fears and his small victories. This process helped him see his progress over time and reinforced his commitment to improvement. Writing also allows us to identify patterns, uncover underlying fears, and recognize our capacity for growth. The beauty of letting go of fear is that it doesn't just free us, it inspires those around us. When we choose courage over comfort, we show others what is possible. Imagine the ripple effect. Your willingness to try, fail, and grow might embolden a friend, colleague, or family member to do the same. Together, we create a culture of resilience and curiosity. As you reflect on this step, ask yourself, what fear has been holding you back? What small challenge can you take on today to begin breaking free? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let your journey of courage inspire others who may be struggling with similar fears. Epictetus's wisdom invites us to reframe failure as a necessary step toward greatness. Every stumble, every misstep is an opportunity to learn and evolve. By letting go of fear, we unlock the potential to achieve what once seemed out of reach. And as we continue this journey through the 10 Stoic choices, remember that each step builds upon the last. Stay with us as we explore how these principles can transform your life, one choice at a time. Are you ready to embrace failure as a stepping stone to success? Let's move forward together. 4. Choosing to manage emotions in adversity. How do you react when adversity strikes? Are you overwhelmed by emotions, or do you stay calm under pressure? Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, observed, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Letters to Lucilius. This insight highlights that much of our pain arises not from external events, but from how we emotionally respond to them. Managing emotions during challenges is a cornerstone of Stoic resilience. Take astronaut Chris Hadfield, who encountered a life-threatening situation during a spacewalk. His helmet began fogging up, then liquid started pooling inside, potentially fatal in the vacuum of space. Despite the danger, Hadfield stayed calm, systematically following protocols until the issue was resolved. His composure wasn't innate, but the result of rigorous preparation and mental discipline. Like a true Stoic, he trusted his ability to manage his emotions and face adversity with clarity. Emotional control isn't reserved for astronauts. It's a skill anyone can develop. One effective tool is deep breathing. When stress arises, slow, deliberate breaths can reset your nervous system. Try this. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 6. This exercise calms the body, creates a mental pause, and allows you to respond with greater clarity. Another Stoic technique is negative visualization, imagining worst-case scenarios to mentally prepare for challenges. Before a critical presentation, for example, envision potential setbacks, a tough question, a technical glitch, or a forgotten point. Anticipating these situations helps you rehearse responses and remain composed. As Seneca wisely noted, he robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand. Letters to Lucilius. Consider how often emotions amplify problems. A delayed flight or critical comment can escalate into hours of frustration if we let it. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, our responses. Choosing to manage emotions reclaims power over our experience, turning adversity into a challenge rather than prolonged suffering. To apply this, start by identifying triggers that provoke strong emotions. Is it criticism? A missed opportunity? Then, use tools like deep breathing to calm immediate reactions and negative visualization to prepare for potential setbacks. Reflect on how these practices shift your perspective and strengthen your resilience. Managing emotions is not just about personal peace. It also affects those around you. A leader who responds to crises with calm confidence inspires trust, while one who panics fosters instability. Emotional regulation enables you to uplift those who depend on your stability, creating an environment of trust and strength. As you reflect, ask yourself, how do I typically respond to adversity? Are there moments when my emotions have unnecessarily amplified a problem? Practice these Stoic tools and observe how they enhance your ability to handle challenges. Share your experiences in the comments below to inspire others on their journey to emotional mastery. Seneca reminds us that much of our suffering is self-inflicted, born of unchecked fears and exaggerated imaginings. By choosing to manage our emotions, we reduce unnecessary pain and maximize our capacity to navigate challenges with strength and grace. What adversity will you face with a Stoic mindset today? Let this be your next step toward greater resilience. 5. Choosing to live by your core values. In moments of adversity, managing emotions is vital, but aligning your actions with your core values is equally important. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, captured this wisdom succinctly. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Meditations. Living by your values transforms abstract principles into purposeful actions, grounding your decisions in integrity and meaning. Consider Clara, a non-profit leader who faced severe budget cuts threatening her organization's mission. She had a choice: prioritize personal ambition or uphold the team's collective goals. Guided by her values of integrity, service, and community, Clara decided to forego her salary for several months to retain key staff and sustain their work. Her selfless decision not only preserved the mission, but also inspired loyalty and respect among her team. Clara's actions exemplify the Stoic ideal of embodying virtue, even when it demands sacrifice. Living by your values starts with clarity. Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important values in my life? For some, it might be honesty, compassion, or perseverance. For others, courage, justice, or self-discipline. Write them down. These values become your moral compass, helping you navigate dilemmas and make decisions with integrity. The next step is action. Defining your values is not enough. You must practice them consistently. Take small steps daily to align your actions with your principles. For example, if honesty is a core value, commit to transparent communication even when it's uncomfortable. If compassion guides you, find ways to support others through kind words, thoughtful gestures, or volunteering your time. Living by your values doesn't require perfection, it requires commitment. Clara faced hesitation and fear before acting on her values, but she found courage in her principles. Similarly, prioritizing your values over convenience or fear strengthens your character and builds trust with others. The Stoics believed that living virtuously brings the greatest fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius urged us to focus on action over deliberation. Be one. This challenge reminds us to stop overthinking and start doing. Imagine a life where your choices consistently reflect your deepest values. How much more meaningful and purposeful would your days feel? To practice, reflect on times when your actions aligned with your values. What were you doing? How did it feel? Use these reflections to identify opportunities to act more intentionally. If justice is a value, commit to speaking up in unfair situations. If perseverance is key, set a goal and follow through, even when obstacles arise. Living by your values also inspires others. Clara's example strengthened her team, uniting them in their mission. When you embody your values, you influence those around you, creating ripple effects of authenticity and courage. As you consider this step, ask, what are my core values and how do my daily actions reflect them? Share your reflections in the comments below. Articulating your values is the first step to living them more fully and inspiring others to do the same. Living by your core values isn't just a Stoic ideal, it's a roadmap to a life of purpose and integrity. Aligning your actions with your principles deepens resilience and fulfillment. How will you embody your values today? Let this guide your journey toward becoming your best self. 6. Choosing to say no to the unnecessary. In a world overflowing with demands and distractions, learning to say no is more than a skill, it's an act of self-respect. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." Letters to Lucilius, reminding us that spreading ourselves too thin prevents us from excelling in what truly matters. Saying no empowers us to focus our time and energy on what aligns with our values, leading to a more purposeful life. Consider James, a successful entrepreneur drowning in endless meetings, emails, and social engagements. Despite his achievements, he felt exhausted and unable to make progress on the innovative project he had always dreamed of. Inspired by Stoic wisdom, James reevaluated his commitments. He identified his top 3 priorities: his health, family, and flagship project, and began politely declining requests that didn't align with these goals. Over time, James not only completed his project, but also rediscovered balance and satisfaction in his life. The power of saying no lies in its ability to create space for what truly matters. Too often we say yes out of guilt, obligation, or fear of disappointing others. Yet every yes to something unnecessary is a no to something essential. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control and direct our energy toward meaningful pursuits. By saying no to the non-essential, we protect our mental clarity and ensure our actions align with our highest values. To apply this principle, begin by identifying your top priorities. Ask yourself, what are the 3 things that matter most to me right now? These could include personal growth, meaningful relationships, or career milestones. Write them down and use them as a compass to evaluate new opportunities. If a request doesn't serve these priorities, use it as an opportunity to practice saying no. Declining doesn't have to be harsh or uncomfortable. Approach it with grace and confidence. For instance, James often said, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm unable to commit to this right now." This response is polite yet firm, leaving no room for ambiguity. By clearly communicating your boundaries, you protect your time while modeling intentional living for others. Saying no isn't about rejecting people or opportunities. It's about choosing wisely. Time and energy are finite resources, and every decision shapes the quality of your life. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, "You could be good today, but instead you choose tomorrow." Meditations. By saying no today, you create space to say yes to your passions, growth, and purpose. Now, reflect on the commitments draining your energy. Could letting go of them free you to focus on what matters most? Imagine the clarity and freedom you would gain by redirecting that energy. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you decide what to say no to, and what strategies have worked for you? The courage to say no is a powerful step toward mastering your life. Aligning your actions with your values allows you to take control of your time and create space for meaningful achievements. What will you say no to today to create room for your best self? Let this question guide your next decision. 7. Choosing to confront adversity for growth. Life constantly presents us with challenges, and while our natural instinct may be to avoid discomfort, the Stoics saw adversity as essential for growth. Seneca, with his timeless wisdom, wrote, "Treat the body rigorously so that it is not disobedient to the mind." This philosophy highlights the importance of facing hardship to strengthen both our minds and our willpower, preparing us for life's inevitable difficulties. Take the story of Emily, a young professional battling procrastination and low self-confidence. She decided to confront her struggles head-on by introducing small, deliberate challenges into her daily routine. One of her first steps was adopting the habit of cold showers. Initially, the experience was shockingly uncomfortable, but over time, Emily discovered that enduring this small discomfort gave her a newfound sense of control and resilience. The cold shower became a metaphor for her approach to life. By facing discomfort, she built the mental fortitude to tackle larger challenges, such as pursuing a demanding career opportunity she had long avoided. The Stoics understood that adversity, when approached with courage, transforms us. Much like exercising a muscle, overcoming small challenges strengthens our capacity to handle larger ones. They believed that seeking out voluntary discomfort trains us to endure unpredictability with grace and resolve. Actively pushing beyond our comfort zones not only helps us develop resilience, but also fosters character growth. To embrace this principle, begin by identifying a manageable challenge you can confront today. It could be physical, such as trying a workout that tests your limits, or mental, like addressing a task you've been avoiding. Start small. Commit to waking up 30 minutes earlier, unplugging from social media during meals, or speaking up in a meeting. These minor acts of discipline, repeated over time, accumulate into meaningful personal growth. As you take on these challenges, focus on the lessons they offer. Keep a journal to document your experiences. Ask yourself, what did I learn about my limits? How did I feel after pushing through? What new strengths did I uncover? Reflecting on these questions deepens your understanding of your capabilities and builds momentum for tackling greater challenges. The beauty of this practice lies in its transformative power. By consistently choosing to confront adversity, you shift your perspective on discomfort. Challenges become opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to fear. This mindset empowers you to face life with courage, readiness, and a sense of purpose. Now, think about the challenges you've been avoiding. Could addressing them open doors to growth? For example, what if you finally signed up for that public speaking course you've been dreading, or committed to starting the fitness routine you've postponed for months? Remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. Embracing adversity is about mastering life's trials, not merely surviving them. Let me ask, what challenge will you choose to face today? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to confront their fears and grow stronger. If this message resonates with you, consider sharing it with others who might benefit from this Stoic wisdom. As the Stoics remind us, growth doesn't come from comfort, it comes from effort. Seneca's words remain profoundly true. When we rigorously train our minds and bodies, we prepare ourselves to meet life's challenges with unwavering strength. Take the first step today and let this decision shape the person you aspire to become. 8. Choosing to appreciate the present moment. In the rush of daily life, how often do we truly pause to immerse ourselves in the present? Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, reminds us, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Letters to Lucilius. This wisdom urges us to cherish the now instead of being consumed by future worries or past regrets. Yet in a world filled with deadlines, notifications, and endless tasks, living in the moment often feels like a luxury rather than a necessity. Take Alex, a corporate executive who was constantly tethered to his phone, even during family dinners. One evening, his young daughter asked, "Why are you always working when we're eating?" Her innocent question struck a chord, making Alex realize how much of life he was missing. Determined to change, he began a simple practice, putting his phone away during meals. At first, it felt awkward and even stressful, but over time, Alex began to notice the laughter, stories, and warmth he had been overlooking. By choosing to be present, Alex reconnected with his family and rediscovered the joy in small, everyday moments. The Stoics believed that life unfolds in the present. Obsessing over the past or the future robs us of the richness and peace found only in the now. Living in the present is not just a philosophical ideal, it's a practical approach that transforms how we experience life. To start, dedicate 15 minutes daily to mindfulness. Find a quiet space, close your eyes and focus on your breath. Let your thoughts flow naturally without judgment, gently returning your attention to the present. Over time, this practice trains your mind to stay grounded, even amid chaos. Mindfulness is a versatile tool you can use anywhere, whether waiting in line, commuting, or enjoying a meal. Another effective practice is keeping a gratitude journal. Each evening, jot down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. It could be the kindness of a friend, the warmth of sunlight, or a delicious meal. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's abundant in your life, fostering contentment and joy. Living in the moment doesn't mean ignoring responsibilities or aspirations. Instead, it's about fully engaging with what's in front of you. At work, give your tasks your undivided attention. With loved ones, be truly present. Listen, laugh, and connect without distractions. These small, intentional actions enrich your experiences and make life more meaningful. The beauty of appreciating the present is that it doesn't require drastic changes. It's about making consistent, mindful choices each day. Over time, these moments accumulate, creating a life where joy is found in the journey, not just the destination. Let me ask, when was the last time you fully embraced the moment? Was it during a walk in nature, a heartfelt conversation, or a quiet evening? Share your experience in the comments below to inspire others to reconnect with the present. As we continue this journey through Stoic wisdom, remember, happiness isn't something we chase, it's something we cultivate. By appreciating the now, we honor Seneca's timeless advice and unlock the peace that resides in every moment. What will you do today to cherish the present? Your answer could transform your life. 9. Choosing to confront adversity for growth. Life inevitably throws challenges our way, and while avoiding discomfort may feel natural, the Stoics teach us that adversity is essential for growth. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body," letters to Lucilius, emphasizing that challenges, rather than being obstacles, are opportunities to build resilience and prepare for life's unpredictability. Facing adversity isn't about seeking pain, but about developing the strength to endure and thrive. Consider the story of Sarah, a marketing professional plagued by anxiety about public speaking. Each time an opportunity to present arose, she avoided it, missing chances to grow her career. In contrast, David, an entrepreneur, faced repeated business failures but decided to embrace them. Instead of being paralyzed by setbacks, he analyzed his mistakes and adjusted his strategies. Inspired by Stoic principles, Sarah and David chose to confront their challenges. Sarah began small, practicing 5-minute talks in front of friends, while David focused on refining his business model step by step. Over time, Sarah transformed into a confident speaker, and David achieved the success he had tirelessly worked for. Both discovered that embracing adversity not only builds strength, but also unlocks potential. The Stoics viewed challenges as necessary for personal transformation. Epictetus observed, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are, discourses. Like a blade tempered by fire, we become sharper and stronger when we face life's hardships head-on. Avoiding challenges may bring temporary comfort, but it robs us of the opportunity to grow, develop character, and uncover hidden strengths. To apply this principle, start small. Identify a challenge you've been avoiding, perhaps addressing a difficult conversation, trying a new skill, or tackling a fitness goal. Begin with manageable steps. For example, Sarah's initial practice talks were short and informal, which helped her build confidence gradually. Likewise, you can break down your challenge into smaller tasks that feel less overwhelming. Another Stoic practice is voluntary discomfort. deliberately exposing yourself to manageable hardships to build resilience. Take a cold shower, walk instead of driving, or fast for a day. These acts of discipline train your mind to endure discomfort, preparing you for larger, unforeseen challenges. Over time, you'll find yourself more adaptable and less shaken by life's difficulties. Reflection is equally critical. Keep a journal to track your progress. After facing a challenge, write about what you learned, how you felt, and what strengths you discovered. Reflecting on these experiences not only reinforces your growth, but also increases your self-awareness. Visualization is another effective tool. Imagine yourself successfully navigating a challenge. Picture each step and focus on the outcome you want. Visualization builds confidence and helps align your actions with your goals. Now, consider the challenges you've been avoiding. What fear or discomfort has held you back? The Stoics remind us that the obstacle itself is the way forward. Marcus Aurelius wisely wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Meditations. Reframing challenges as opportunities empowers us to grow stronger, not despite them, but because of them. Tonight, reflect on a recent challenge you faced. What did it teach you? If you haven't faced one yet, set a goal for tomorrow, a small step toward confronting something you've been avoiding. Write about your experience and how it made you stronger. Share your journey in the comments below and inspire others to act. By confronting adversity, you transform discomfort into strength. Growth doesn't come from comfort, it comes from effort. What challenge will you conquer today? Let this decision shape the person you're becoming. 10. Choosing to help others. In a world often focused on personal gain, the Stoics remind us of a deeper truth. Life's greatest fulfillment comes from serving others. Marcus Aurelius expressed this beautifully when he wrote, "The fruit of this life is good character and acts for the common good." Meditations. This wisdom calls us to use our time, energy, and talents to create positive change in the lives of those around us. Take Lily, a young professional who dedicated her weekends to teaching underprivileged children. Despite her demanding schedule, she made time to inspire and empower young minds. Initially, the commitment felt overwhelming, but over time, Lily witnessed the profound impact of her efforts. The children gained confidence, hope, and academic improvement, and Lily realized that the joy she brought to others enriched her own life. Her happiness wasn't diminished by her giving, it was amplified. Helping others doesn't require grand gestures or vast resources. Small, intentional acts of kindness, like a smile, a word of encouragement, or a helping hand, can have a profound impact. The Stoics saw these acts not just as moral duties, but as opportunities for personal growth. By serving others, we cultivate empathy, build character, and align with a higher purpose. To make helping others a daily habit, start with a simple question each morning. What can I do today to make someone else's life better? It could be as easy as supporting a colleague, paying for someone's coffee, or listening to a friend in need. These small actions brighten someone else's day while bringing a sense of connection and purpose to your own. Consider setting aside time weekly for more intentional acts of service. Volunteer at a shelter, mentor someone, or contribute to a community project. These efforts reinforce the Stoic principle that our lives gain meaning through our contributions. As Marcus Aurelius noted, what we do now echoes in eternity. Meditations. Even the smallest acts of kindness leave a lasting legacy of goodwill and generosity. Helping others also serves as an antidote to self-absorption. When we focus solely on our problems, they often feel overwhelming. Shifting attention outward to support others provides perspective and reminds us of the strength of the human spirit. Helping others doesn't just improve their lives, it transforms our own by fostering gratitude and a sense of purpose. At the end of each day, reflect on how you've contributed to someone else's well-being. Did you offer support or share kindness? Write these moments in a journal as reminders of the impact you're capable of making. Observing these acts over time reinforces the value of service and inspires continuous growth. Now it's your turn to act. Start small, perhaps a thoughtful gesture or a kind message to someone in need. Notice how it shifts your perspective and brings clarity to your own life. Share your experience in the comments below, inspiring others to embrace the Stoic principle of living for the common good. Helping others isn't just about what you give, it's about who you become in the process. By choosing to serve, you align with the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and take a step toward a life of character, joy, and purpose. What will you do today to make a difference? Even a simple act can transform both their life and yours. As we reach the conclusion of our journey through these 10 Stoic choices, take a moment to reflect on their profound wisdom. Each choice, rooted in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca and Epictetus, offers a powerful tool for transforming your life. These aren't just abstract ideas, they are actionable steps that bring you closer to a life of meaning, peace and resilience. Remember, you don't need to master them all at once. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. What matters is starting today, taking one choice at a time and making it a part of your daily practice. Now let me ask you, which choice resonates with you the most? Will you focus on mastering your emotions, embracing failure as growth, or prioritizing what truly matters? Share your reflections and journey in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to take their first step toward a better life. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you could be good today. Instead, you choose tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. It may never come. The power to change lies in the choices you make today. If this video inspired you, don't keep these lessons to yourself. Like, share and subscribe to our channel and help bring Stoic wisdom to more people seeking clarity and strength. And be sure to check out the next video displayed on your screen. Your next step toward a Stoic, fulfilling life might be just a click away. See you in the next episode.